Alright guys, welcome back. We got called out on this one. Got a 2016 Kenworth T-880. First video I think I'm doing on a truck. I really don't have the time most of the time to turn the camera on, but today I do. So we're gonna just go through this quick. This truck is a complaint of no AC. This truck has a bunch of things that didn't work in it. The guys have been working on it here, and when I say called out, I had to walk next door, so not a long trip. But this particular truck got struck by lightning. So a whole bunch of crap wasn't working on it. They got a bunch of stuff working. They ran into a brick wall with the AC trying to get this thing to work. And what I was told was, if you jump the clutch, it blows cold. So when I came next door, I had them hook up the AC machine on here. I wanted to see what the pressures are reading, static. They look okay, and at that point just pull the diagram on it. I wanted to go through and see what exactly was going on. So first thing I wanted to know was that the circuit worked. What I'll do is I'll show you guys where I'm at, show you what we're looking at here if possible. Got ourselves a diagram. And if you take a quick look, where are we? This is your controller. Okay, this is your head unit. So I am not familiar, and I'm not make no mistake about this, I am not at all familiar with these trucks. Okay, I do not do this for a living. I do not work on these. This is just, you know, helping a buddy out basically. So told him I would try to take a look. And what we got is, this system works a lot like a car. Okay, it's all electronic. I'll show you the head unit here. Okay, this is electronic. So what you have is various inputs to your AC controller. Okay, meaning you have, instead of having like a low pressure switch on this, you know, on the vehicle, we have a pressure transducer. Okay, 3-wire. Many of you guys are familiar with this. So being that this is technically this is a sensor, this is going to work off of a 5-volt reference, which is going to come from the module, and it tells you here AC pressure transducer out, AC pressure transducer return, which is your ground, and AC pressure transducer power. So this is your 5-volt reference, and then this is your sensor output that's coming into the module, the blue. So I do not now normally on a car I would hook up to this, I would hook up to the vehicle, and once I hooked up to the vehicle I would look at the scan data at the HVAC module or whatever, PCM, whatever I had to look at. I do not have that option on this truck. I cannot hook up to it. So everything has to be done manually. Does that mean we're dead in the water? Well, not necessarily, right? Because we know how the circuit's supposed to work. So is it going to take more time to check this than it would with scan data? Maybe, but we could still check it. We also have a, where is it here, guys? We have a sun load sensor as well. That's also an input to your HVAC module. So now, many of you guys are going to be familiar, evaporator temperature sensor, which is here, okay? So basically what I did, and I'm not going to bore you with all the crazy details here, but what I did was I went through and oh, what's beeping? Oh, that's the meter. Okay, I went through and checked my input from the evaporator temperature sensor. Voltage is in spec. I went to my sun load sensor. Voltage is also in spec. But then I went to here, and what I did when I hooked up here, I'll show you the plug. Turn this on real fast. What I did here is you have 3 wires, and yeah, they're gonna have to be fixed. I had to pierce them. There's, you know, I don't have a back probe pin here to get in here without damaging this connector. Is very small. So what I did was I checked my 3 wires here, and with the meter on here, I found ground on all 3 wires. At that point, I said, right? That's an aha moment. You should not have ground on all 3 wires. You should only have ground on the one. The other wire is going to be a 5-volt reference, okay, and then the other wire is going to be your signal, a half, a volt and a half, 2 volt, whatever the pressure is reading, it's going to be converted to a voltage signal. So what I did was I popped out my, I know you've never seen me, well, maybe you've seen me use this tool on a Chrysler AC system, but this tool is invaluable. If you guys don't have one, I recommend buying one. I forget the name of the company. I forget the name of the company that makes one of these. I haven't been able to find this particular model anymore. It's old, but this is a sensor simulator. So what I can do is I can turn this on, and I already have it set. I can vary my output in resistance, voltage, whatever I want to do. And I set this for 1.5 volts, okay? And then what I did was I pierced that probe from that tool, and I put it into my input at the connector here, okay? And when I did that, the AC immediately came on and blew nice and cold and functioned as it's supposed to. I knew already what was wrong, but I wanted to verify that if this thing has the proper input, that the system is going to work. So I had my buddy over, he was with me over here working on the truck. He works here, and I had him go out there while I was monitoring my signal voltage here for the reference, and I had him unplug the sensor, the transducer, and as soon as he did that, my 5 volt reference came back. So what we have on this particular problem is an AC pressure transducer, which is internally shorted to ground, so it's pulling the 5 volt reference down, all right? And by unplugging it, we are verifying, once that signal, that reference voltage returns at the module, we are verifying that the harness is not grounded, there's no issues in the harness at all. The problem is at the sensor. So we're gonna wait on the sensor to arrive. I'm gonna pop it in, and we'll get this AC up and running. So I just thought I would run through this real fast with you guys. It's nothing crazy, but it shows using the right tools and the right equipment, and verifying not only the fault, but verifying that you do not have any other underlying issues. Anything that's been struck by lightning makes me nervous. So it's almost like when you have a guy that went in and started tampering with the vehicle. It's kind of the same thing. Like a guy went in and started ripping wires out and playing with things and running, jumping, wiring and stuff like that. So anytime there was a weird occurrence in a vehicle like that, you want to verify everything you can and make sure that you're not going to have another issue once you buy the part that failed. Isolate all the problems at once if you can. I know that's not always possible, but you always try. So like I said, I wanted to make sure that harness is not damaged any place and shorted. But that's it's pretty much the same type of thing as on a car. Unplug it, verify your reference voltage is back, and and you're good to go. So AC pressure transducer failed, shorted to ground, and that's that. So we'll get this thing up and running. But I thought I would share it with you guys. It's not something I do every day. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.